In this video, I'm going to go over the exercises for the core program where you're only going to use your body weight. There are 3 blocks, block A, block B, and block C, and each block has 4 different exercises. The first exercise in block A is reverse crunch. And when we do the reverse crunch, it's important that you keep your lower back down in this position. Your knees are going to be bent at 90 degrees. You can place your hands here or here. You're going to lower your heels until they touch the ground. And in this position, the lower back has to stay flat. Then I'm going to roll my knees into my chest and get my butt off the ground. So I can place my hands here, and this is the reverse crunch. The next exercise that we're going to do is called a Superman bent leg lift. So I'm going to lay on my stomach, bend my knees, and now I'm going to lift my legs to get my thighs off the ground here. So you have to squeeze your glutes in order to lift your thighs. The next exercise that we have is a bicycle. So you're going to flip back onto your back, place your hands around your ears, lift your shoulders up, and you're going to cycle, bringing opposite knee to opposite elbow in this position here. Try not to let your shoulders touch the ground throughout the exercise. The last exercise in program, or in block A, is a small plank with the arm sweep. So when you get into the plank, you're going to hold your hands in this position here. So a small plank means that you're on your knees with your butt flat. So when you do this, you're going to take one arm, rotate it around, or sweep it around to touch your butt. Then I'm going to do the other arm and come back. Now you can choose, if you find the small plank to be easy, you can go up into a normal plank and do the exact same thing. And back down, okay? Now we're going to start, I'm going to show you the exercises for block B. The first one is a Superman with an arm sweep. So when we do this, same concept here, except now I'm going to have my arms out in front of me. I have my neck looking down at the ground, or my head looking down so that my neck is in a neutral position. I'm going to lift up my body, take the arm, touch my leg, sweep it back, and go down. Lift, arm sweep, touch the leg, sweep it back, and go down. Lift, sweep, back, and down. Good. The next exercise that we have is a plank on the side, or a side plank. I'm going to show you different alternatives to do this. Now, a normal side plank looks like this. 1 foot on top, and I try to lift, pressing this side up towards the ceiling. Now, if this is hard, you can do an easier version by taking the bottom leg and bending it and doing it on your knee here. Now, to make both of these variations harder, you can lift the upper leg here. So I can either do it like this, or I go back into the normal side plank and lift the leg. So you can choose which variation you want to do there. After you do this side, on the next minute, you're going to rotate and do the other side. After that, we have what's called a Superman rock. And when you do the Superman rock, you're in the Superman position, and we're going to just rock our body up and down. So I'm going to start by lifting my legs up here. So I get everything off the ground. I'm going to lift and then lift my chest. So it's a quick swing up and down with the whole body. All right, so now we're ready for block C. The first exercise that we have is bridge. So we lay on our back, chest out. So I want a hole between the floor and my back. I'm going to lift my hips up as high as I can, squeeze my butt at the top, hold for 2 seconds, go back down. Here. The next exercise that we have is a push-up on one leg. So I get into the push-up position. I lift one leg, go down into a push-up, Switch legs. Here. The third exercise that we have is a crunch. So when I do the crunch, I lay back on my back. My knees are bent at 90. My chin is tucked into my chest. My arms are straight. And as I crunch, I'm aiming to touch my ankles. Here. And the last exercise is a plank with a hip rotation. So you get to hold into the normal plank position on your forearms. Take a little bit of a wider stance with your feet, and you're going to rotate the hips down towards the ground, alternating sides. And just think about when you're in the plank position, when you're rotating, you never let your back arch, so you don't relax the core. Those are the exercises that you have for block A, B, and C. And like I said, you don't need anything but your body weight to do these exercises.